We are joined on board the AEM Manufacturing Express by Congressman Buddy Carter from the 1st Congressional District of Georgia. Congressman, thank you for being on board with equipment manufacturing in the great state of Georgia.
Well, thank you. I'm honored to be here and proud for y'all to be here. Thank you for being here.
While we are thrilled to be in Pooler, Georgia today, we just wrapped up a great event at JCB.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about why equipment manufacturing is so important to the state of Georgia and the 1st Congressional District in particular.
Well, first of all, this is my home. It's where I've lived all my life and where I intend to live the rest of my life. And manufacturing has always been a big part of our area, and it continues to be. I was actually mayor of the city of Pooler when JCB located here many years ago, and I will tell you, they were the stimulus, I think, for a lot of the manufacturers who have followed since then. We in the state of Georgia have done our best to create a pro-business environment, a pro-growth environment, and that's something that we want to do on a national level in the Energy and Commerce Committee and the subcommittee that I chair in manufacturing. We want to make sure that this pro-growth, pro-business environment that we create out there. Manufacturing is the backbone of our economy. I think everyone understands that. It's especially important here in the 1st District. Our quality workforce, committed to quality, committed to safety, leads us to be a prime area for this type of work.
Well, and you know as well as anyone through the work on the committee and the subcommittee that policies matter. We need good pro-manufacturing policies to move the industry forward. So talk to us a little bit about the work that you're doing currently in Congress to help support this great industry.
Well, we are consistently in the Energy and Commerce Committee and in our subcommittee, we're consistently and constantly trying to look at what we can do to create a more business-friendly, a more business pro-growth environment. Permitting is an example of it. Certainly, no matter where I go in this country, no matter what sector of our economy is, people are consistently telling me and constantly telling me that permitting is killing us. Regulations are crushing us. That's something that we want to address. We had some reform to NEPA and a couple of years ago when we negotiated the debt limit. But we need more. We need to create an environment, I think, and we constantly are doing that, looking at that will lead businesses to invest. The American worker is the greatest worker in the world, most innovative, the most quality worker out there, and American products made in America. That's what it's all about.
Yes, it is. We appreciate all the work that you do to make that happen. And you mentioned regulations for our industry. Right now, it's costing us about $55,000 per worker per year in some of these regulations. And streamlining those and just having more common sense regulations is going to be key to our continued growth. You mentioned workers, and you mentioned the American worker. I love to hear that.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about what you wish more Americans knew about, a place like Pooler, Georgia.
Well, what I hope that they would know more about is it's really blue collar. We started out with my dad worked 33 years in a paper mill. He worked hard, and they produced a great product. And now for so long we put so much emphasis on college education, and certainly college educations are important and they're valuable. But at the same time, the workers coming out now need to look at the fact that they can enter the job market without going to college and without incurring student debt and make a great living and earn a quality lifestyle.
We are on a 10,000-mile cross-country road trip. This is actually about the halfway point of our trip across this great country of ours, 20 states, more than 80 equipment manufacturing communities. We're going to wrap up with a few road trip themed questions. You ready?
I'm ready.
Favorite road trip memory?
I think my favorite memory was probably the trip we took out west. My family and I had my own business when I was growing up, or when my kids were growing up. So I always made sure we had one very special vacation every year, and we went to Idaho, and it was a road trip. Let me tell you.
Sounds like there's some stories there,
especially with 3 boys on the fight in the back.
I can only imagine. Favorite road trip snack to sustain you through that trip to Idaho?
No question about it. It's trail mix. I'm a big trail mix guy, and I have to have trail mix.
We hear that a lot.
Yeah.
All right, last question. Favorite road trip song?
It's got to be the all-time favorite of everyone. On the road again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think that is on our playlist right now. So, Congressman Carter, thank you so much for everything that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on board with the equipment manufacturing industry.
Thank you. Yeah.